Hello, there we go. That's better. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the program. There's a lot of things going on. Let's go look at these ones here. They're fun. They're plaid. I don't know if they're plaid or if it's a gingham. If it's diagonal, does it count as plaid? Or is it a checkered? It's more of a tablecloth than it's perhaps a tartan or a kilt. But nevertheless, I guess you could. It depends which way your head is tilted when you're looking at it, I believe is the imperative thing. Number one. Number two, I will say, if you have not watched the disaster chaos that is the latest episode of AEW with Sonjay, Dutt, Satnam, Singh, and Jay Lethal, please do so. The link is up there. The link is all over my Twitter. It was emotional for me. It was a roller coaster. There were a lot of ups. There was a lot of downs. I thought I made a friend. I thought I was developing some chemistry there, and we were making some headway. I'm certainly a fan of Sonjay. I tweet about his pencils every time he appears on screen. And, I had a lot of questions. I think people will learn things, certainly about Satnam Singh. And, it was cathartic, but perhaps not for me. But I urge you to watch and like and share. I hope it does well in the India market. Not me, but Punjab spoke twice. So I hope that it at least takes off there. It's what I'm praying for, some takeoff of some sort. AKA Baldy said, Christopher Daniels and Matt Taven would like a word with you. I do not know why. Please let me know why. I mean, I've spoken to both of them before many times, and we've shared many words. So I don't know why they have to make a request through an intermediary like you. Susie has been a member for 11 months. Oh my God, we're almost coming up on your anniversary. How long it's been. Good morning, RJ. How are you? I'm good. I hate being like fall is upon us, but I'm much colder now in the past week. Look at this stance. I'm giving myself my own body heat, and it's fine. I found a bunch of long sleeve shirts I feel like I look fashionable in. My boots. Forgot I had my boots. That's going to be fun. So I enjoy wearing the fall clothing, layering up outside, and then getting into a building and immediately feeling too hot and getting frustrated with it and ripping them off. John said, good Sunday morning to you, RJ. I'm on my second cup, or should I say second mug of coffee, but it makes waiting worthwhile. It does. And it reminds me, let's just press this early. Let's just press this right now. What the hell? Sometimes people have been like, you don't even press it until halfway through. I'm pressing it right now. Can you hear that in spaces? It's almost like a nice little waterfall. It's like a rain stick. You remember those? They would sell them at, here is a nostalgic Canadian store reference for maybe 3 people watching. Does anyone remember Northern Getaway? They sold like wind chimes and shit made of wood and rain sticks, and then a bunch of sweaters with drawings of wolves on them. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? And then they had a kids section, and I distinctly remember they had a parody of the NWO Wolfpack with wolves. It was like a cartoon drawing of the NWO as wolves. If anyone remembers this, please let me know I'm not going crazy. Joelle said, good morning on this crisp, cool fall morning. See, I am not alone. The laughter from the new AEW was contagious. I've never had people break so quickly in an interview, but they weren't even breaking. They just laugh constantly. At no point was Sonjay Dutt trying to be serious. Pogirl said, good morning, RJ and friends. Christine said, good morning, RJ and chat. Happy AEW in Toronto week. It feels like it's both so soon and so far away. This Wednesday, this Thursday at the Coca-Cola Coliseum downtown, there will be a Dynamite. There will be a Rampage. I will be there doing what I normally do. This is incredibly weird. And I think did I say this before? My father, when I was a child, was in a pipe band, bagpipes and rum bum bum, that thing. And every year they had the exhibition and in Toronto, downtown, the Canadian National Exhibition. And then it would be at that building. formerly the Coliseum, the Rico Coliseum, now the Coca-Cola Coliseum. I guess the building has a contract that they have to keep Coliseum in the title because it's like got old brick on the outside. He would do this thing called the musical ride, where the band would play in this, basically in the arena, they put a stable, and the horses, the RCMP, there'd be Mounties on the horses, and they'd be marching around, and a little formation kind of thing. So it's going to be, and I do have a video, I need to track it down, of me walking around behind that building as a child. I was like 3. So it's going to be weird. Kevin Featherstone said, good morning. I'm already behind. I'm just seeing you talk too much. You're already behind. Kevin Featherstone said, the Canadian Lord Alfred Hayes himself. Coming from you, Kevin, I am so touched. Thank you. That means so much. And I'm paying for your promotional consideration. I am the following right now, as far as I'm concerned. Jimmy Lauka said, good morning, everyone. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving weekend to RJ and other fellow Canadians in here. I don't really, there's no parade. I'm sure there's some big football thing, but there's no parade. It makes it so much clearer to everyone that it's Thanksgiving. Although I will be saying, the American Thanksgiving is so close to Christmas, you basically write off a whole month, really. We have this Canadian Thanksgiving celebrated maybe a little smaller. What is it, the 9th, the 10th? And then Halloween, we still got 2 or 3 weeks until Halloween. Not bad, right? American Thanksgiving is like, and then Santa comes at the end of that parade. Like, it's kind of horrific, Shows up at the end. He's like, parade's over. We're on to new shit now. It's very pushy. Nails said, good morning. Thank you for the gifts, Nails. You're doing a fantastic job. Sean said, hey, yo, culties. Rest in peace, pencils 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't spoil anything for anyone. Matt Sanity said, good morning, everyone. Queen said, good morning. Rod said, good morning. I hope that interview doesn't cost too much in therapy. I just send my therapist the actual episodes. I think she writes back. I have not spoken to her in almost 30 weeks now. Joe said, Argyle. Oh, yeah, maybe this is Argyle. Clarence said, hi, RJ. Mia said, good morning, beautiful people. Awesome, said, fantastic episode. Matt Sanity said, I don't understand how Lethal did not know how to do impressions of Carl Gotch and Mildred Burke. Maybe he's not that talented. Nails has been a member for 30 months. Happy cultiversary to me, she says. Rob would like you to sing Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham. Okay. Really don't want to, but I'll give you a dramatic reading. It's too high for me. Jitterbug. You put the boom boom into my heart. You send my soul sky high when your loving starts. Jitterbug into my brain. Goes a bang, bang, bang till my feet do the same, but something's bugging me. Something ain't right. My best friend told me what you did last night. You left me sleeping in my bed. I was dreaming, but I should have been with you instead. Wake me up before you go. Go, don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. Wake me up before you go. Go, I don't want to miss it when you hit that high. Wake me up before you go, because I'm not planning on going so low. Wake me up before you go. Take me dancing tonight. I want to hit that high. Yeah. You take the gray skies out of my way. You make the sunshine brighter than Doris Day. You turned a bright spark into a flame. My beats per minute never been the same. Because you're my lady. I'm your fool. It makes me crazy when you act so cruel. Come on, baby. Let's not fight. We'll go dancing and everything will be all right. Wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging on like a yo. Wake me up before you go. Cuddle up, baby. Move in tight. We'll go dancing tomorrow night. It's cold out there, but it's warm in bed. They can dance. We'll stay home instead. Wake me up before you go. That was a dramatic reading of Wake Me Up Before You Go. Go. And it's kind of about drugs, and then it's about dancing. So, and dancing is really, if you've ever done a two-step, I wouldn't call it particularly hallucinogenic. Khaled said, good morning, my friend. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. You're really hammering home the friend thing here. Mia said, happy anniversary to Nails. Rob said, new AEW, finally give Twitter something to talk about this otherwise quiet weekend. Yeah, sometimes I go on, just nothing's happening. Everyone's happy and calm and nothing's going on. Bassett said, hello from Pakistan, my naked friend. I could have given you a couple Punjab lessons before the interview. Missed opportunity. Bassett, I would love to know what was said in my presence that I did not understand. AKA Baldy said, Ring of Honor Grand Slam winners. Yes, what about them? Pam said, good morning, RJ, and good morning, everyone. Leo said, what is the best Herbalife shake flavor for you to buy from Ethan Page? I want to say Ethan Page went to go see the Phantom of the Opera, and he was being all, oh, I'm a cool guy. And then he saw it, and phantom face turn, loved it. I was like, yeah, obviously. And then I told him, by the way, there's a sequel. He has yet to see it. He had no idea it exists. Most people don't know it exists. And I feel like a drug dealer. It's the gateway. So if you like that, you're going to hate this. But he's very excited to watch it based on my non-recommendation. Po Girl said, rub your legs together like a cricket for a heat. Is that how you get your kicks, Po Girl? Human Adventure said, if you ever wondered how to get from Rich Little to Dr. Seuss in degrees of a separation game, then this morning's video is for you. Did I mention Dr. Seuss? I did. Sometimes I don't. I've totally forgotten what I remembered. Totally forgotten what I had said. Because it's the second I finished those episodes, they're like gone from my head. Khaled said, Susie, did you watch Extreme Rules last night? Please keep these conversations private. Human Adventure said, I actually have a rain stick for musical performance. I've used it twice. Christine said, yes, Northern Getaway. Leo said, what's your favorite Northern Exposure episode? Oh, the first one. Mass Andy said, from the Growing Pains video, I learned that Tracy Gold was not the original Carol. Yes, I did a reaction video to all the Growing Pains intros, and I learned a lot. And so did you. Vivian said, we had a store like that here called Romancing the Stone. Was it just maybe a pop-up to promote the movie? Dawn Marie said, good morning to you, sir. Yes, I do remember that store, Ontario Girl, right here. See, people in that area, do not forget it. Christine said, there's still a Northern Reflections up in Newmarket. Northern Reflections was like Northern Getaway, but like a little more serious. They probably didn't have the kids' cartoon wolf line. Tactile Sun said, I would sell rain sticks at the weird they would sell rain sticks at the weird nature stores that popped up in malls. I guess they're easy to make. You need hollowed out sticks and then beads. Po Girl said, Thanksgiving coming up again. Rain sticks were great for people to buy and then just lean against the corner of a wall in their homes. Tactiles, yeah, we read that already. Po Girl said, Thanksgiving coming up in Canada tomorrow. I guess it's tomorrow. I mean, it's this weekend, really. I've lost my place. I'm going back. David is here for some god-awful reason. We're going to, let me focus. Let me blow through this chat. Nell said, bagpipes are an awful sound. I feel like people stand around and pretend to enjoy it. It's something you have to listen to far away. When you get too close, it sounds gross. It's almost like a dragonfly. You're like, it's beautiful. You hold a dragonfly up to your face. You'll be horrified. Human Adventure said, another team name suggestion, 3 men and a Sonjay. Well, that would mean that there's 4 people in the group. Spot Center said, saw a guy under rotate doing a 450 splash and thought a marijuana gimmick wrestler should develop a 420 splash. What say you? I said that's been done multiple times before. Pick up a newspaper. Sean said, I don't think that's the real Santa. Neither do I. Lomax said, watching from the UK. Awesome to catch you live. Hello, Lomax. So Sierra said, good morning, everyone. Miss Sandy said, was Andre the Giant hotter with the big hair or the shorter hair? Shorter hair, but younger. The younger, shorter hair. It was good stuff. Human Adventure said, Sonjay and Satnam seamlessly transitioned to their other language, and I'm envious. Do you ever want to learn another language? I know what. Maybe use Lethal's Rosetta Stone account. I know a little French, not enough to transition. I get slower when I have to think about it. I just a lot of silent pausing. Not really. I think it's mean to use it that way in front of someone when you know they don't know what you're speaking. I don't know what he said. I'm sure it was nice stuff. Sean said the new AEW was great. Thank you. Amanda said good morning. SM said no rain sticks, please. It's been raining here all weekend. Does the rain call the rain? Is that how it's supposed to work, the stick? Joe said that's not Santa, and now that's it. Now Santa and Alan Thicke are on my list. David said, good morning, all my friends and RJ. Boom, boom. And David will enjoy today's episode of AEW because he loves giants. And sometimes he will message me. I found this guy in Argentina. We should go find him to see if he should wrestle. He's a giant fetishist. So he's going to let. Leo said, a 60-second scene. A guy who recently woke up from a long coma at a Van Morrison. A guy who recently woke up from a long coma at a Van Morrison concert, listening to Van Morrison going into a weird anti-vax rant. Okay. Guy at a Van Morrison concert, he's in a coma. You will not believe. I thought that was it. I thought it was over. You guys are still. Whew, thank you so much, guys. It's good to have friends and family like you. It really, really is. I'm better. I feel fine. I was in another place. I heard things about hospitals and research, and you have no idea. And there was music in the background. It was like I could hear stuff. And then there was just all these words, and they were derogatory, and they were somehow unresearched, and came with an air of disdain and superiority, and unearned superiority with them. And then all of a sudden, I woke up, and here I am, right where I left off. Let's watch the show. Huh? Yeah. This is an odd cut of Astral Weeks. Do Domino and scene. That's a guy who woke up from a coma at a Van Morrison concert. I hope that tickled your very specific need there, Leo. By the way, Leo sent me somebody had posted those pins. Do you remember Pro Wrestling Tees? They have like a crate box thing, and they made a pin of me smiling, and some guy did an unboxing. It's like, who the hell is RJ City? Who's just really just dug at me. And then somebody posted it, and someone was like, where can I get them? I was like, I don't know. And then Leo was like, oh, I found a bunch of them on eBay. And he sent me the link, and it's just like 4 or 5 of them. And then I felt like, oh my God, nobody wants these. And then Leo said, no, au contraire. Maybe this means people want it. And it's just, it's electronic commerce. So I said, okay, I'm just going to consider it really hot on the secondary market. Christine said, this is making me so happy. Claire said, hi, lovely people. Afternoon from Grey, Ireland. The sky is the color of today's underwear. Today's weather is Argyle. Amanda said, just got here and see how far behind he is. I'm trying to move. David put hearts. That's not necessary to talk about. Jimmy said, just watched 13 Ghosts. And as soon as I saw Tony Shalhoub, I thought of you because that's your boy. 13 Ghosts is actually a remake. And they had these glasses that you put on where you could see the ghost and then not see the ghost. It's a whole William Castle thing. Mikey said, heading to Moose Jaw today. What's the oddest named city you've wrestled or performed in? Orono, I think, was one. There was one that was just, Petrolia, 100% Petrolia. But we like gas. We have a lot of petrol. Petrolia. All right, that's settled. Just a bunch of gavels banged, and that was it. Black and White Gaming Production says, I didn't even see this was on YouTube. Been listening on Twitter. Now I can see RJ in all his beauty. Thank you. And thank you for producing all your games in black and white. Bassett said, I'll DM you the translation. I haven't seen the whole interview yet. Thank you. Rod said, Satnam nailed the Andre the Giant impression. I'll say, AJ is here. Hello, AJ. Oh, my God. The last time that you watched the show, you were in Seoul, and you criticized me for my pronunciation. I haven't slept so I can catch an early flight, but that also means I can actually catch the show. Isn't that sweet? So you're watching it at the airport, or you have so little faith in your sleeping abilities, it'll just ruin you. You have no internal clock. You have an internal clock that's superior to your own brain. I have the opposite problem. I will set an alarm. I will wake up before the alarm. My internal clock is my master and commander. You have to get up, or else the day's going to be ruined. Your internal clock's like, don't worry about it. So much so that you're pulling an all-nighter just to be awake in the morning. But thank you for watching this. It's lovely to see you. Miss Andy said, I want to hear more about the Alan Thicke dance number. So I went to a play once. It was called Queen for a Day. It was local. And Alan Thicke was the big star because his career must have been going well. And he was the host of the show within a show. It was about a game show, Queen for a Day. And he sang, and he's very heavy-footed. And at no point during the dance number did either of his feet like leave the ground, but he would do the moves, but he would have the dancers behind him that were doing the moves that clearly they originally wanted him to do, and he was like, no. So I'm just gonna, and then they would all jump, and he would just go, he would just lift his arms. I was like, Queen for a Day, Queen for a Day, and that was it. That's all I remember from that entire musical. Nail said, did Satnam tell you later if Andre the Giant was hot? He seemed to concede it. He was winning it over a little bit. Oh my God, we have so many requests too. Oh, I'm losing it. Zoel said, is there plans to do a live react to the intros of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in space? Oh, all the Power Rangers? I don't know. Maybe at some point. We'll see how it goes. The thing about those videos that sucks is that you can't monetize them. So even if they do well, I'm like, meh. Dramatic reading of Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot. Fine. Just these wonderful lyrics. When the pimp is in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. I'm not reading these 3 times. And if someone gets an attitude, pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm, and I'm pouring Chandon. It's French. And I roll the best weed because I've got it going on. I'm a nice dude with some nice dreams. See these ice cubes? See these ice creams? Eligible bachelor, $1 million boat that's wider than what's spilling down your throat. The Phantom, interesting. Exterior like fish eggs, interior like suicide wrist red. I can exercise you. This can be your phys ed. Do the beep test. Cheat on your man, ma. That's how you get his ed. Killer with the beat. I know killers in the street. With steel that'll make you feel like chinchilla in the heat. So don't try to run up on my ear talking all that raspy shit, meaning clear your throat. Trying to ask me shit when my friends fill your vest, they ain't gonna pass me shit. You should think about it, take a second. Matter of fact, you should take 4B. And I think before you fuck with little skateboard P. Is that really what you wanted ultimately? Are you happy with your request now? Are you satisfied with your artistic choice? EJO has a citrus request. Name 10 Pokemon. Well, okay. Pikachu, Charizard, Charmander, Squirtle. Duo Doug. They dug in the ground and they have noses like that. Jigglypuff is 6. You didn't think I could even get to 6, did you? Bulbasaur, 7. Mewtwo, the one at the end of Pokemon Snap, that's 8. I'm thinking about throwing the balls. There was a rock one that was just oh my God, 8. Oh my God. Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Jigglypuff. Oh my God. Shit. I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look them up and go, shit. Let me see. Fucking Snorlax. Of course, you idiot. And Charizard, Charmander, and Ditto. I remember Ditto. There's a bunch I don't remember. I will give you that. I'm happy I got that. Oh, Mew. It's so stupid of me. I had Mew too. I could have just said Mew. I could have reduced it. Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Then there's a bunch of, I don't know. Psyduck, I remember now. Zubat. So stupid. So stupid of me. I mainly played Pokemon Snap and the mini games on Pokemon Stadium. Susie said, I'm a bit uncreative when it comes to movies and song choices. Please sing whatever you're in the mood for. I'm in the mood for love, simply because you're near me. Funny, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood for love. Heaven is in your eyes, bright as the stars we're under. Oh, is it any wonder that I'm in the mood for love? Why stop to think of whether this little dream might fade? We put our hearts together, and now we are one. Don't be afraid. If there's a cloud above, if it should rain, we'll let it. Oh, but tonight forget it, 'cause I'm in the mood for love. Wasn't that nice? Kevin Featherstone said younger Baba or younger Andre? Younger Andre. It's a whole different world, whole different ball game. No competition. And I would posit a better wrestler too. Dawn Marie said David is like Michael Myers in that he's just standing there watching us from the bushes. Blue Meanie is here. Hello, Blue Meanie. SM said I haven't watched AEW yet, but it'll be nice to see Sonjay laugh on camera instead of in the background for once. This is Sonjay's tour de force. Poe Girl is just now sending pairs doing weird things. Thank you. Amanda said, I got one of those pins from someone in the Major Wrestling Fig Pod. Do people not want them that much? Mikey said, I'm heading to eBay to clean up on RJ pins. American Girl said, I'm a big Jamiroquai fan, but I've always found it so shockingly jarring when seeing a didgeridoo hanging out in some random bloke's house. Isn't it weird? Blue Meanie said, I'm either really hungover or still drunk after the Phillies win last night. Well, I partially watched the Blue Jays lose. Even then when they were winning, it was like 9-0. I don't think I had a very good feeling about it. And then it got really tragic, and then it got sad from there. Sometimes I have this conspiracy, Blue Meanie, tell me if this happens to you, where it's like, if I want the team to win and I put on the game and they start doing bad, I think it's because I'm watching the game, and I will stop watching the game in the hopes that they do better. SM said they were listed. Oh, my pins were listed on eBay since the crates were initially released. I bought the glittery one there. There's a special edition glittery one. It's really nice. Rod said, RJ, what's the best Don Knotts movie? The Love God, as far as I'm concerned. It's Don Knotts like you've never seen him before. Seriously, it's good. Leo got 2 of the pins. Nell said, why would a fan send you something to make you feel bad about yourself? They didn't mean that. They meant it not. Although I will say, there's a guy who comments on all the AEW Instagram posts on the AEW Instagram and always calls me a sissy. And I'm like kind of offended by it, but then I'm not. It's such an old term. It's like such an old insult. He always says, no one wants to see a sissy interviewing real men. And then he gets upset about how I cross my legs. And how can you get upset at that person? Christine said, I thought I lost my pin that I bought one on eBay that I found my old one. So if anyone wants it, yeah, maybe that's the problem. Maybe people have more of my pins than they actually need. Joe said, have you ever thought of selling signed 8x10s of the high anxiety photo? I asked selfishly for decor for my coffee bar. You can get, Mina Coletta has a wonderful art print of the high anxiety drawing, and it's all high quality and nice and whatever. So if you look her up, MineColeta, she'll have it. Neil said, to be fair, people buy the crates purely to resell them on eBay. If you look long enough, there's so many items. Okay, I don't feel bad. Leo said, I got drunk last week and I sent my voice notes to a woman I used to have a crush on. Oh, it's rough. Jesus, Leo. Just don't get drunk. You don't need that young love nostalgic regret. Please. Oh my God. Don't do that. Just stop it. You can either have a beer in your hand or your phone. One or the other. Mikey said, back from eBay, people are charging $24 plus shipping for a pin. I don't feel bad about that. I'm like, well, maybe that's okay. It's not too bad at all. Gina said, so grateful I can watch this morning. My phone was pickpocketed at Comic-Con last night. Holy shit. I thought I lost my memories and my ability to watch today. Thanks to GPS, I found it dumped at a Target in Queens, and I'm here. Isn't that the strangest? And they were just like, oh, I got to get rid of this. Where do I go? Oh, a Target in Queens. Like, and then what do you, like, did they steal anything else from you? Like, I'm wondering, like, what was the robber's line of logic? Leo said, do you remember when I sent you that really cringe British wrestling video where they're all doing some shitty poem in front of exposed brick? Yes. American Girl said, was not expecting a Snoop Dogg drop today. This is pushing my migraine away. All right. Susie said, how many languages can you speak? Really, generally, like speak? 1. Rob said, Snoop Dogg really did just create his own language and dialect. Is the leniency on the rhymes in rap that bothers me. Yolanda said, I'm proud of that artistic choice. Amanda said, never knew how much I would enjoy to see RJ naming Pokemon. Mia's proud that I kind of rapped. Christine said, I'm stunned he knows this many. It was pretty good. I didn't get 10, all right? Like, you won, but it was pretty good. Tracy said, Geodude is the rock Pokemon. Okay, I understand now. Rob said, I never knew Pokemon Recall was so competitive. Just 10. SM said, fucking Snorlax is a candidate for sign of the week. Christine said, the shame spiral at not knowing these names. Aaliyah said, good morning. It's always nice to wake up and notice you're still alive. It's nice to notice I'm still alive. Leo said, what do you think of Chris Pratt's Mario? I hate Chris Pratt, so I'll never... You know what? Like, I don't get the choice not to have the accent. I don't. Even Bob Hoskins, put a little Guido Sarducci in there. That's all I'm asking for. It's not going to kill you. Nelly said Pokemon Snap was the best Pokemon game. Susie said, that's amazing. Thank you. Rod said, do you have any Antonio Inoki stories? No, because I never met the man. I mean, there's a million out there. They're great. None that I have. He was in the Bad News Bears Go to Japan, which I think was the 3rd movie. And Tony Curtis is in it. That's as close of a personal connection as I can get. Rob said, how do you pronounce Jamiroquai? Qua. Nail said, I have gruff with the rough on my sign. Oh, I remember what that is. Lulu said, best Groucho movie, and why is it Skidoo? In terms of movies with really just him in it, yeah, I guess so. SM said, give us his handle. We just want to talk to him. Oh, that guy who doesn't like how I sit? I just look and you'll find him. Don't bother these people. They have enough problems. Christine said, oh my God, I seriously considered I was the one who made the Blue Jays lose because I started watching instead of listening on the radio. You get this horrible superstition. You can't even enjoy the game. Tactile Song said, when my wife was a kid, her father made her stay up late to finish watching the 86 World Series because the Mets started winning when he was in the room. Okay, so it's totally not me. People are using children because of this superstition. Todd said, Guten Morgen, J.D. Salinger. Well, thanks. I've lost my... There we go. Leo said, who had a weirder brother and sister relationship, Donnie and Marie or Len? Len, because they didn't disclose it enough. The Osmonds, you at least had the whole family, and you're like, the whole family's weird. It's a wacko religious thing, and whatever, fine. But Len, you had more questions than answers. Blue Meanie said, I'm the same way with my favorite sports teams. There's plenty of sports superstitions I fall prey to. Yet it makes me not want to engage with it. It's so nerve-wracking, and it feels like, everything has to be in its place. And it's like, I can't enjoy this. I would rather watch a dog show or golf, something that I have no attachment to, Nail said, the I Love White Thighs guy that you blocked from here writes weird comments on AEW videos too. I did not know that, and that's amazing. Sean said, Blue Meanie, sports are the one place I allow myself to engage in these superstitions. Like I knock on wood all game and whatnot. These insane people watching sports. Kevin said, perhaps the robber worked at Target. So he's an idiot who took the scene of the crime to his own workplace. Jimmy said, do you remember any cool lunchboxes you had as a kid? No. You had a gnarly Ninja Turtles one. I had a red one. My mother would pack me like hearty salami sandwiches. So we went for, a utility lunch bag. But I do have, maybe I don't have 2. I just have one. It's a Muppet Show tin lunchbox that I bought in an antique store, and I love it. Leo said, I would never subscribe to those crates. What the hell am I going to do with Joey Janela autograph, Scotty Riggs shirt, or Charlie Evans 8x10? Mostly a box of junk. Now, no, lest we forget my pin was in one of those crates. Please. Also, I feel like the people who do want those specific things would buy them individually. Like at no point Do I think you want all three of those things at once? I feel like there are a lot of different people who would want each individually. Mikey has a request. Dramatic reading of Nina Simone's Feeling Good. Wow, what a curveball. Feeling Good lyrics. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done. That's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. For me. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine. You know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new day, a new dawn, a new life. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I feel so good. I feel so good. And scene. Nina Simone. Feeling good. Hope that worked for you, Mikey. Leo said, did you hear Chris Pratt is voicing Doug in the new Doug movie? Don't fuck with Doug. Mass Andy said, we don't get enough Guido Sarducci references. I will tell you, last week, 2 weeks ago, I watched Gilda Live, Gilda Radner's Broadway show, which I hadn't seen in full, I don't think. And it is Guido Sarducci heavy. And he was one of those people as a kid. I'm like, I don't get church politics. So like, I'm not going to get this. And now I realize you didn't need to know church politics. It was just a goofy Italian accent saying weird things. You know, this guy's a cardinal. He's pretty up there. He's doing well. Like that's the entire joke. And now I enjoy it. There's a little Luigi Primo in there, and maybe that's what I resonate with. I hope he's doing well. Is he coming to Toronto? Mia said, if you were a guest star on an episode of Heels, what wrestling character would you play? The guy who shows up and says, this is not very good, guys. This is what we're doing. We're dedicating our lives to this. There's other stuff out there. So just learn a trade. That would be me. I would just like to be me because I'm simply incapable of playing anything else at this point. Neil said, I don't understand so many of RJ's references, and she uses the appropriate members emoji. I don't get that. Gina said, yeah, I wonder what the point was. Don't most people lock their phones? If they would have picked my wallet, they would have had a lot of money. Criminals aren't that bright, but the universe is on my side. Well, you think if they stole your phone, you would think they would try to just sell it for parts or they unlock it and do that business. I don't think they want you to read your Instagram DMs. Like, I don't think that's really what they're looking for. So it's weird that they would hold on to it. And they go, what am I doing? Never mind. I changed my mind. Nails said, I've lost my place. I'm going back. Don't worry about it. Nails, I don't understand the references. Courtney said, I want to say thanks to you on this Thanksgiving weekend when my life is falling apart or refreshing to have a constant reminder of good times. Thank you, RJ. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's so sweet. Maureen, the free pile picker, a.k.a. Baldy, just put a microphone. Amanda said, my costume for old wrestling is coming together. Can't wait. So Redford J is going to be there too. Will you have any ring in time? Look, I'm going to be at the show. I can't say what's going on, but I know I'll be there. So don't worry about it. Currently at this time, Gina has a wonderful goldenrod request just because you make my days better. Also, thanks to everyone in the chat for the support. Speaking of support, someone just made a request. Hello?
Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm okay. And may I announce to you, as well as the thousands of listeners, I, too, am making coffee in my underwear.
Get out of here. What are you wearing and what are you making?
like a jockey brief that I like to wear. They're very thin. And I like to wear two of them sometimes at my age.
Yeah. No, I know. You like to layer up in case you have an accident. You have another pair, a backup pair. It's like a spare tire.
Hey, look, boys and girls, you never know what the hell's going to happen, right?
No, you never know. Always have a backup underwear.
Right. So I got up a little late. I was in New York City last night, and it was nice. Yeah.
What, the old haunt? You hit the old spots?
No. Unfortunately, there's the old classics are long gone, RJ. You know that.
Yes, it's not the same.
It's not the same, but if you do a little research, you'd be surprised.
Now, how are you feeling physically? Because the last time I saw you, you were
no good.
No, you were pushed on public television.
Not nice.
Yeah.
Not nice. I'm okay, but that wasn't cool. And then poor Bobby Cruz.
Yeah.
That knucklehead. He might deserve it, actually, but no, he's in a neck brace. And hey, if I were you,
yes,
if I were you this week in oh, by the way, you hear the coffee brewing?
I do. That's adorable. It's a nice ambient noise.
Well, obviously, you'll be around the AEW crew.
Yes, in Toronto.
So if I were you, I would not make any references to Ring of Honor. I'm not going to call it Ring of Jericho. That's horseshit.
I hope he doesn't find out that I once had a squash match against Bobby Dempsey.
I must have been there.
You must have been there. It was a gauntlet match, and Bobby was just basically, I ran out, took a DVD, and that was it.
Well, I wonder if that's captured on video anywhere.
I had asked Ian if it was. I don't think it was on the DVD, but you have to imagine that they have it.
Well, maybe Tony Khan has it.
Yes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of demand for that footage in the archive. Listen to this, though. So they're in the Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto this week.
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix once played there.
That's cool.
Yeah. And even weirder, I found his set list. He did a cover of Wild Thing.
Well, you know, I mean, his career was essentially short.
Right.
Did you know that he was a U.S. military? He was in the U.S. military, including in a band playing guitar, as well as playing. It was either Little Richard or Chuck Berry. I just can't remember.
Oh my God! Could you imagine being in the military and seeing a young Jimi Hendrix and going, "Yeah, this guy's kind of shitty."
Right.
It's not really my music. By the way, did you have any run-ins with the recently deceased Judy Tenuta?
She wanted an 8-ball one time, but I wasn't able to provide it.
And that was it.
That was it.
Oh, wow. That's a shame.
And
then maybe in November,
yes.
I'll finally see you in New Jersey.
Yes. I mentioned this last time we chatted.
Yeah.
If I'm not luxuriating,
mm-hmm.
if I'm not luxuriating in Florida,
yeah.
I would love to, you know, at this point in time, the highlight beyond anything. I think I don't know, man. You'll understand this. I've always had my fill of wrestling.
You know, after 3 matches, you get it.
Right.
You know? But you want to see people, you know?
Nice to see people.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. 58 years of watching wrestling.
Yes. Does anything stick out as perhaps the worst match you've ever seen?
Yes. Yes.
Which one is it?
And it's available on YouTube.
Oh, please tell me.
And I've mentioned this guy to you.
Oh, Lord.
Now, the opponent was good, but there was a guy, and listeners, write this down, boys and girls.
Have your pens and paper ready.
It's easy to write down. Now, this man, who I'm going to mention, he had a career from 1970. I've done extensive research. I'm not joking.
Okay.
1970 until 1984.
Wow.
But there was some 4 and 5 year gap.
Okay.
In his career.
So he was a sporadic competitor.
Not only that, before I release his name, he had 3 places that he hailed from.
Oh, wow.
I asked him. One of them was Hong Kong.
Okay.
One of them was Chinatown.
Oy.
And one of them was Ecuador.
Oh, wow. It's a real man of the world.
Right. And it was the great Lee Wong.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I have a poster. Oh, it's unfortunate it wasn't a video version of this today because you can see me in my briefs, but
I could see your Lee Wong, is what you're saying.
That's right.
Right.
And on the poster, they've billed Lee Wong that he's the Ecuadorian champion.
Oh, God.
And the promoter threw in Lee the Cat Wong.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, there's a Lee Wong Blackjack Lens
Ooh.
from 1973 at MSG.
Oy.
And you know what who the ring announcer was?
Who?
Former vaudevillian, Friendly Bob Freed.
Wow. So now and this is available on YouTube.
Yeah, my Uncle Henry knew Bob Freed. And I would bother Bob Freed every time he came to the garden. And he'd give me a couple of tickets. That was like my first delve into scalping when I was 14.
Wow.
We had tickets already. But real quick, there's a bonus. When he announces the Lee Wong Blackjack Lanza match, he announced that, I think he announced him from Chinatown. Be that as may, but when he gets to Lanza, he goes, Blackjack. He pauses, goes, Labanza.
Blackjack Labanza. Amazing. And then it gets worse from there?
It does, because I was watching that bout. I watched it recently, but I remember watching it with our dear departed friend, Larry Sweeney, Alex Wybrow.
Yes.
And during the match, and you could hear it. And by the way, Vince McMahon is on the call. You hear early in the bout when he was still alive, a woman from about 4th row ringside yells out, "Kill him, Lee!"
Oh my God.
This guy he won like 4 matches out of 180.
Wow. Well, when I finish this show, that is the first thing I will be doing is looking up this match.
Lee Wong, boys and girls.
Lee Wong against Blackjack Labanza. Well,
what are you getting up to, by the way?
I'm doing this. I did AEW with Sonjay Dutt and Jay Lethal and Satnam. The episode just went up.
Guy. You wouldn't think it, right?
No, he's very, very quick, very witty. And then I'm getting ready for Toronto.
I'll tell you, you got the life.
Thank you. Do I? Because you're also, I don't have a Lee Wong poster on my wall.
No, I just picture you all day sitting in a big throne.
Yeah, that's it.
A series of tablets or computers.
Yes.
So there's probably so much tweeting and social media action. You need multiple browsers.
I do. I have multiple screens. You have me pegged. It looks like a Circuit City.
Good for you.
Thank you.
What are you doing for fun? It's on Singh. I'm going to interview him. No one ever interviews him.
Yeah, nobody asked me how I am. What do I do for fun? Pretty much this, and then that's it. Really, I do some writing. I like to write. I play a little piano if I need to.
That's good.
Sharpen the mind. Go for a walk.
Well, you ain't lying. I'll tell you. You got to stay active.
Mm-hmm. Do you do your crosswords?
Fuck no. But I was talking to Kevin. I talked to all the only people that want to talk on the phone are the old guys.
Yes. Younger people don't want to hear other people breathe.
It's sad. Well, they're gonna be screwed in the end.
Right.
That's all right. At least on my deathbed, I could call you.
Yes.
But I talked to Kevin Sullivan, and I've mentioned Bushwhacker Luke before.
Of course.
And I, my local friends. But Kevin and I were talking, and this retirement, so-called retirement, if you make it,
yes,
it's not all cranked up what it's supposed to be.
Right.
You got to enjoy. I'm in New York last night.
Yes.
And I'm schlepping, watching each of those. The streets are not in good condition.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they're like. You just got to watch it or you trip. I don't care how old you are.
Right.
So, but years ago you wouldn't think that way. You just walked.
Right.
So, enjoy yourselves.
Thank you. It is later than you think.
Well, ain't that the truth?
Yes.
But listen, man, you're a wonderful person, and I mean that.
Thank you.
I don't say that to many people.
So are you, and push or no push, hopefully I will see you on television again, and maybe in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's another subject for another time.
Yes.
But yes, I should be seen on television occasionally.
Yes.
Or at least at a show.
Yes, at a show, as an arbiter, as an ambassador.
I've been reduced. I'm no longer ambassador.
Oh, you're a liaison?
Well, I am an ROH Hall of Famer.
Right.
And according to Tony's graphics, and he's fine. He says, I am now sort of like Lee the Catwalk. I'm very influential.
Right. You're an influencer. You're a social media influencer.
Okay. So I'll
right?
take anything.
Okay. All right. Lovely talking to you. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Take care.
The wonderful Carrie Silkin. It's always nice, to hear a story, to say, hey, Judy Tenuta, and then you just get some 8-ball status, which is fantastic. He's a sweet man, and please go watch Lee Wong versus Blackjack Lanza. According to Carrie, the worst match she's ever seen. I thank him so much for calling in his ambassadorship. He's my ambassador as far as I'm concerned. AKA Baldy is putting a popcorn emoji. Sean said, Carrie, you should have your own show. He does have his own podcast, Last Stop at Penn Station, him and Ian Riccaboni, and they break down his stories word by word, and it is fantastic. Sam Fines is late, but he's here. Rod said, are we watching Tim Burton's Addams Family show coming to Netflix? I wasn't sold on it. And then yesterday I found out that Uncle Fester is going to be played by Fred Armisen. I went, interesting choice. And you think, maybe that doesn't fit. Lest we forget how crazy it was that Christopher Lloyd was going to play Uncle Fester. And then he was fantastic. To speak no ill of Jackie Coogan. Leo said, a nasty has-been who hasn't been good since the 90s. I was talking about Tim Burton. Leo's very upset about Tim Burton. Yolanda said, LOL, on my deathbed. We're all quoting Carrie now. AKA Baldy said, a wonderful tribute. Thank you. Spot Center said, Pancakes is coming to Pittsburgh for an Enjoy Wrestling show in December. What do you recommend she see before or after the show? If you're in Pittsburgh, there are allegedly 4 Mr. Rogers statues, Fred Rogers statues. I've only seen 3 of them. Gotta find the 4th. I think it's off the beaten path. Then go to Sheets. Stop at every Sheets you can. There's a lot of bridges there, a lot of small rickety bridges for some reason. And, they got this fucking restaurant, Permante's. And they're like, they put fries in the sandwich. It's not novel because it's something you can do. You order a sandwich with fries on the side. You take the fries, you put them in the sandwich, and there you go. All of a sudden, you're Permante's. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Tracy said, I have the match queued up for after the show. I'm so curious to why he said it was so bad. So am I. I cannot wait. John Marie said, the coffee mug is huge. Thank you. Pogirl said, I'm not a fan of most Tim Burton films. Love Sleepy Hollow. Tim Burton is maybe almost like a Billy Joel to me, where you remember all these great songs, and then you look at them in context with all his other songs that you don't remember, and you're like, maybe it wasn't that good. Leo said, put Tim Burton on the list. Leo's making his own list, clearly, right now. Yolanda is laughing. Thank you. Glad it wasn't just me. Oh, we've lost Nails. Nails, come back. Where is Nails? Somebody alert. Somebody call Nails. Has she passed away? She'll be back. It's also, it bothers me that, oh, no, Nails is here. Nails is back from the dead. Thank you, Nails. Everyone's happy. Amanda said, hope everyone has a beautiful week. Well, I guess so do I. Oh, Nails said, I was checking on a sick bird outside. As we all know, Nails has an emu, and it's not doing well this season in New York. It's cold for an emu. Put a scarf on it. Thank you for coming back, Nails. Nails tweeted a wonderful gif of Sonjay Dutt spinning his pencil, and I did make sure that Sonjay saw it because it's something that he would be proud of. So I want you to know, Nails, it went right to the source. Your art is not in vain. I did see I had two people. They were moving a bed. There was a new bed frame. Anyway, they were in the house, and they saw a wrestling bag, and they started talking about wrestling. And they're like, oh, but yeah, I remember. And then I was like, and then they're like, oh yeah, man, AEW is coming. Oh, I want to get tickets. I want to go. And I was caught where I didn't want to tell them that I had the show. But I was also upset that they knew enough to know that AEW was coming, but didn't know the show. You know what I mean? So am I not visible enough? Do I need to do more press? What do I have to do? I don't understand. What am I going to, guys, I'm on the show. I couldn't fucking brag like that. This is it's professional. It's a professional interaction. This is not my place to say, I have a surprise. It's horrible. This sounds pathetic. I have to have some dignity as an artist. They don't see it. They don't see it. And then you wonder why they're not seeing it and try to get them to see it that way. And then maybe later they'll see it and go, hey, I put a bed frame in that guy's house. Nail said, I'm going to keep that canon. I have an emu now. Totally fine by me. Tybo said, I want to pet an emu. Terrifying creatures. Kevin said, where's the coffee? Huss, it's right here. And if you want my coffee, and some of you do, go to rootlesscoffee.com. Click around high anxiety. I think it's /high anxiety, but you'll find it. It's in the comments too. It's in the caption of the video. You will find it. Don't worry about it. Oh my God. Mia said, I don't want to work tomorrow. It's a holiday. Yeah, but it's like a pseudo Columbus Day holiday. Christine gifted 10 memberships. Oh my God. Christine said, I had to up the gift in honor of AEW in Toronto and had to counteract the feelings in the chat. Elliot, Heather, John, Cole, Derek, Dawn. Oh no, not Dawn. Just like Kevin and a bunch of other people. Bernadette, Queens, Adam, they're all members now. Jason is so sweet. Welcome, everyone. You've been forced here by Christine pushed you into this room. And Christine sent me wonderful gifts from Iceland, which I opened 2 days ago. There's a video up. You can see me looking at things. AKA Baldy said, I held up my AEW sign for the entirety of Rampage and Battle of the Belts, and boy, were my arms tired. Was it on camera? Did you pick the right seat? Because sometimes you pick these seats, it doesn't matter what sign you have. No one's going to see it. So, save yourself the trouble is what I would say. If you don't have the right seat, if you're not on camera side, don't worry about it. Spot Center said, I saw an emu eating from a bird feeder, which was somewhat appropriate. Good for you. Rootless Coffee. Somebody wrote about Rootless. I've missed it. Mass Andy said, Rootless Coffee is a great company. It is. They're swell fellas. Nail said it's good coffee too, not just because she's in the cult. Cult? Is there a cult? SM is off this week. Adam said, a Meredith Vieira fan making a cup of joe. Good for you. I'm enjoying Behar Man myself. Leo said, is Ricky Morton hot? I'm sure he gets heated. Rod said, I turned my gift membership into a subscription today to make up for my t-shirt kerfuffle this week. RJ, yeah, Rod bought the wrong shirt. I said, buy the bath shirt. And he bought another one. I yelled at him in an email. Typo said, yep, it's good coffee. You never know when you get promotional coffee, but it's legit. At least you would know if I wasn't, it's not something I would put my name on if it was shit coffee. I hope at the very least, you can trust in that. Jimmy said, I learned something new today. RJ can play piano. Very cool. Thank you, Jimmy. T said, did you switch into new television-ready underwear for us? Yes. They're not the ones I slept in. I got up, I changed, I put these on. I may keep these on for the rest of the day. Sometimes they're just for show because they're long and they're not good for everyday wear. Yolanda said, as much as I'd rather celebrate Robert De Niro, a nice day off tomorrow would be nice. Sure, happy De Niro Day. Nails said it was on camera. I didn't GIF it as I was watching. Well, you fucked up, Nails. Thank you. You should go back and GIF it. What the hell? So it's a good, necessary GIF. Bassett said, DM'd you the Punjabi notes on Twitter. It was nothing. Sonjay called me crazy. Oh, great. AKA said, yes, it was on camera, and the 3 seats in the rows in front of me were empty. They should get seat fillers. Nail said, Bassett, I hope he was saying, did you bring the gimmicked pencils? Nail said, definitely wearing my bathtub shirt to one of the shows this week. So, yes, the Toronto shows. I guess I'll see you there. I should be around Wednesday and Thursday. Coca-Cola Coliseum. I think you can still get tickets. AEWTix.com, Ticketmaster.ca. And beyond that, today's a AEW day. So go watch the episode with Satnam, Sonjay, and Jay. It's a heartbreaker. And you learn new things about them, which I think is ultimately the important thing. Let's get a final look at these. Fun Argyle. We'll call them Argyle now. I've changed my mind. Thank you to Carrie and everyone. Go buy coffee and watch AEW. And I'll see you soon. In the meantime, Godspeed and God bless.